Resonance is when you come to the place where you are like Helmut Rosa says, you come and you see the snow falling and you pause because it reflects the controllable uncontrollability of the world. You're at this point of criticality where it's making sense to you, but you're intimating, pregnantly intimating its inexhaustibility, and you start to resonate with reality. This is reciprocal opening, right? And this is relevance realization moves into resonance
I
realization,
thou.
and it's this
Sounds very much like I
right.
thou too.
Yes, very much. That's exactly what it is. And that's when relevance realization properly realizes, reflectively appropriates its inherent transjective nature. And it comes into that appropriately. But it doesn't stop there, right? Because there's a calling now. And Rosa talks about we've lost the ability to listen to the calling. And so our culture's lost resonance. We should do a discussion about Helmut Rosa too, by the way.
Yeah.
But think about this. When you orient towards ultimacy, and when you orient towards breaking through ontotheology, towards being that is not any being or even the abstract property shared by beings, but the grounding field of being, when you orient towards that, relevance realization comes to a place when it can realize its own irrelevance. It can have that ultimate, right, thing we were talking about earlier, where, wait, this isn't just a new view. My whole way of viewing has been wrong. And when relevance realization falls silent before being, as like this Gonsfeld, that's reverence. And reverence is the attitude of confession.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because there is this, yeah, you can confess. There's an overflowing and already admittance to a kind of inadequacy to what I am. Yes.
Confession is to inhabit finite transcendence properly, like with reverence,
Yeah.
right? Confession can become sadistic and masochistic and all the stuff that the church has been criticized for. But when confession is the training in both senses of the word, like the practice, you both practice getting better at medicine, but you also practice medicine as a doctor. Confession is the practice of reverence. It's the practice of appropriate, right, realization, admittance, inhabiting of one's finite transcendence. I'm finite, but I'm bound to a transcendence. But I can never I can never be logically identifiable with the transcendent because it is also always expressed in the finite. That's what confession is. I am finite before the transcendent, but it doesn't destroy me. I don't confession is not despair, but confession is the sweet spot between hubris and despair. It is the practice of reverence.
That is like, that's the way you just tied all that together. It has me want to confess, right?
But think and notice what I I was able to align that with some pretty well articulated, well defended cognitive science. So
Yes,
notice that this thing between philosophy and theology is also doing it with science. There's a triangle there.
they're singing to each other.